Dear students, so today we are going to learn the chapter number 12, that is Introduction to Acid and Bases. So as we know, we are commonly using the different compounds or the foodstuffs in our daily life. For example, lemon, tamarind, tomato, sugar, vinegar and salt. So have you observed that all these foodstuffs having the different taste? Because they contain the some acidic compound and some basic compounds. That's why they are categorized into the acid and the bases. So see first, what are acids? So acids is the any substance that is present in the water solution, tastes sour, changes the color of certain indicators. Okay, for example, it turns the blue litmus paper into red color. So some acid also present in our foodstuffs. Those are known as natural acids or organic acids. So these acids being weak in nature, that's why they are known as weak acid. But some acids are very strong in the nature. They are caustic or inflammatory. For example, sulfuric acid, that is H2SO4, hydrochloric acid HCl, and nitric acid HNO3. These acids are known as mineral acids. These are very strong acids. Because of the strongness, the skin gets burned when they comes in contact with this type of strong acids. So strong concentrated acids also can be converted into the weak acid by diluting this acid through the addition of the water. So such dilute acids are less harmful than their corresponding strong acids. Okay, so as we seen that acid turns the blue litmus paper into red color. So similarly, there are some types of chemicals or the indicators available to identify whether the substance acid or the base. So first the indicator. Okay, so indicators neither they are acid nor they are base. They are chemically inert in the nature, means their chemical formula or their structure remains stable. So touching or tasting of acid or the base is very harmful, and hence typical indicators are used to recognize them. As we seen that strong acid, for example sulfuric acid and HCl are very strong acid, so skin get burns when it comes into contact with these acids. So to touch those type of acids is very dangerous. So to identify whether it is a acid or the base, different types of indicators are used. So substances which change their color in the presence of acid or the base are known as indicators. Okay, so there are certain types of the indicators are also used in the laboratory. So litmus paper is mainly used to test whether the substance is alkali or the acid or base. So this paper is made by the extract of the lichen plant. It is a red or blue colored. So as we seen that the in the presence of acid, blue litmus paper turns into the red color, or in contrast, red litmus paper turns in the blue color in the presence of base. Okay, so similarly different types of the indicators are also present, laboratory indicators. For example, this methyl orange indicator. So see, this methyl orange indicator, or it is a slightly orange in color, but in the presence of acid it turns into the red color. In the presence of the base, alkali is the base, it turns into the yellow color. Similarly, the next indicator is phenolphthalein indicator. So this phenolphthalein indicator also used to identify whether the substance is acid or the base. So see, in this it is a colorless solution. So in the presence of the acid, phenolphthalein indicator remains colorless, but in the presence of the base, phenolphthalein indicator turns into the pink color. Okay, so in this way indicators changes their color, so we came to know that whether the substance is acid or the base. Now next is effect of the acid and the bases on the litmus paper. And also there are the various type of the natural indicators are also available. For example, turmeric powder. Take turmeric powder and apply it on the paper. So it is a natural indicator. Cut a strip of the paper and for example, petals of the hibiscus flower, rub the petals of the red hibiscus flower on the paper and cut the strip of the paper. So it is the natural hibiscus litmus paper, which is a red in color. So red in color means it turns into the blue color in the presence of base. So now see the effect of the acid and the base on the litmus paper. So the main use of the litmus is to test whether the solution is the acidic or the basic. Litmus paper and the indicators, these both are used to identify the acid or the bases. But indicators are the liquid, chemical liquid, but this litmus paper, it is the strips of paper. So light blue litmus paper turns into the red color under the acidic condition. Similarly, red litmus paper turns into the blue color under the basic or alkaline condition. Okay, so with the color change occurring over the pH range 4.5 to 8.3. So see, as you can see in this, the picture which is given on the left side, litmus paper turns red when dipped in the acidic solution, and the picture which is given on the right side, this red litmus paper turns into the blue color in the alkaline solution, that means in the base solution. Okay, now see what are acids. Okay, so acid is a substance which gives you the H plus ion or the hydrogen ion when it dissolves in the water. So hydronium ions are really the combination of H plus ion and H2O molecules. So this H2O is a water molecule, this H plus ion will give you the hydronium ion H3O plus. Also, if similarly this HCl is a hydrochloric solution or a hydrochloric acid, it will give you H plus ion plus Cl minus ion. So this H plus is a cation, Cl minus is the anion. So those substances which give you the H plus ion when dissolve in the water or dissociates into the H plus ion when it dissolve in the water, it is known as acids. Okay, so common examples of the acids are citric acid, which are present in the fruits and the vegetables. Ascorbic acid, that is a vitamin C. So usually vitamin C's are present in the sour taste fruit, for example lemon, oranges. Vinegar is also the 5% acidic acid which are commonly used in our homes. Carbonic acid, it is for carbonation of the soft drinks. Lactic acid, it is present in the buttermilk. Okay, so now next is the also our daily diet contains a few natural organic acids. They are mild in the nature, hence they are not very harmful like the mineral acid. Mineral acid means concentrated H2SO4 and concentrated HCl. So these are the strong acid, these are very harmful for us. But the some lightly or mild acids or natural acids which are present in our food stuff during the daily diet, these are very light in the nature, these are not very much harmful. For example, vinegar, acetic acid, orange, tamarind, tomato, curd, lemon, all these vegetables, fruits and this vinegar, this liquids contains the some amount of the acid, different types of the acid but which are not harmful for us. Now next is see the properties of the acid. So acids are sour in taste, as we know, lemon, oranges. Acid molecule contains the hydrogen ion as the main constituent. So as we seen that uh, acids are those substances which give you the H plus ion on the when it dissolve in the water. So same acid molecule contains the hydrogen ion. Acid reacts with the metal to form the hydrogen gas. Also acid reacts with the carbonate and liberates the carbon dioxide gas. Blue litmus paper turns red in the presence of acid. Now next, see the uses of the acid. So acids are used in the production of the chemical fertilizer, also used in the production of the explosives, oil purification, medicines, dyes and the paints. Hydrochloric acid, that is a HCl, it is used to for the preparation of the different types of the chlorine salt, because it contains the, see this HCl contains the chlorine, that's why it is used for the preparation of different types of this chlorine salt. Cl is a chlorine. Now next is a dilute H2SO4 acid is used in the batteries. So dilute, that means H2SO4 is a strong acid, as we have seen. Dilution means addition of the water. So on the addition of the water into the H2SO4, it is used in the battery. Similarly, dilute HCl also used in the sterilization of the water. Acid used for the making of the white paper from the wood pulp. So as we have seen the mineral acids which are harmful for our body, but some types of the organic acids like vinegar, tamarind, vitamin C, acetic acid, these are useful for us, and they are present in our daily life. Similarly, there are some types of the acid which are present in our body also. For example, DNA, that is a deoxyribonucleic acid, is a acid present in the body which decide the hereditary characters, means it transfer from parents to their child or offsprings. Proteins, which are the part of the our body cells, they are also made up of the amino acids. And also fat of our body is formed by the fatty acids. Okay. Now next, see what are bases. So as we have seen, acids are those compounds which give the which dissociates into the H plus ion on the when dissolved in the water. So similarly, bases compound that dissociates to form the hydroxide ion when dissolved into the water. So hydroxide ion, that is OH minus, it will give you OH minus. Acid will give you H plus ion, base will give you OH minus ion. Okay. Now see properties of the alkalis. As acids are sour in taste, so bases has bitter taste. Okay, they are slippery. Bases contain hydroxide ion as a main constituent. Metal oxides are generally basic in the nature. The common example of the base is sodium hydroxide or the alum. Alum. Okay, alum means pitkari. All of, as we know, this pitkari or the alum is used in the water purification. It is commonly present in our homes. So this alum is slippery in the nature. Okay, and it is also bitter in the taste. Observe at your home the nature and the taste of this alum, pitkari. Now next is the neutralization. So we have seen that the acid contains H plus ion or hydrogen ion, now and base contains hydroxide ion or OH minus ion. So salt and the water are formed by the combination of the acid and the bases. Okay, so this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Why? Because see, this is the acid HCl, this is a base NaOH. Now HCl plus NaOH will give you this Na reacts with HCl, so give you NaCl, and H2O will give you water. So NaCl is a salt which is commonly used in our home, sodium chloride. This is a water. So as in this reaction, by the combination of acid and the base, salt and water is get formed. So as water is get formed, so that's why this reaction is known as neutralization reaction. Okay, why neutralization reaction? Because water is the neutral in the nature, it is having the normal pH, that is a 7. That's why it is known as neutralization reaction, because water is formed in this reaction. Okay, thank you.